Today we're going to take off the wheels and tires, change out the rotors, put new brake pads on, clean the calipers and get ready to paint them in the future, and then put it all back together. Now, I did get the drilled in slotted, but these were the same price as if I were to get all stock. On the 94 Integra, they were between $25 and $35 per rotor for the stock, and I got all 4 of these rotors and the 8 brake pads for $117. So honestly, a really good deal. Now, I have actually already put the new brakes and rotors on the front 2 tires. I was testing them out yesterday. However, I didn't really get a good chance to make the video because I was at someone's house while I was doing it because we had my shop closed. Alright, so take the wheel off. Then what you're going to want to do is undo the 12mm bolts. There's 2 of them for the actual caliper itself. One here on the top, one here on the bottom. This is the top, this is the bottom. Right here, and here. Okay, you're going to take it off, set it on a bucket so you're not putting any stress on your brake line. Then you're going to want to take off, then take off these 2 bolts here. That will be fitting, my bad, right here. There'll be one here, one here. Those are going to be 2 17mm bolts. And then you take off these 2 screws. We used an impact driver, an impact screwdriver. Hit it with a hammer, releases the torque. Unscrew them out, take it off, put the new one on. Then I got some sandpaper. I sanded this down a little bit. Get some brake cleaner.
Quit it, son. Quit it. Put that motherfucker on there. You don't know that mean nothing.
So I'm going to go ahead and take them off again, show you guys how I did it. And also I want to clean up the calipers because I do plan on painting them in the future with some high temperature paint. I don't know what color yet, so for now I'm just going to clean them. And also my check engine or maintenance light came on yesterday. And the only thing I've messed with is the brakes. And the brakes work fine. I drove like 150 miles yesterday on them. So take them apart, clean them, put them back together, see if it changes anything. On the 94 Integras, there is a pop weld right here. That's what you're going to put your jack on. Now, before you get it all the way off the ground, I just lifted it a little bit. You're going to want to break the torque on these. Now, this is front wheel drive, so the axle is locked because of the transmission. However, just to make it easier and make sure you don't put any extra stress on your transmission, go ahead and break these first. Now, I'm not quite sure exactly, but I believe they are 17s. I don't think they're 19s. They're kind of small. Now, I do have a torque wrench, but not a breaker bar. These are torqued down to 80 foot-pounds of torque when you put them back on, by the way. And just to make sure, I'll put a picture up right now. Now, like I told you guys, I already did the brakes and rotors up here. I do want to clean these calipers a little bit more. And then I want to maybe clean these dust shields, check the brakes, make sure everything's working properly. Put your tire under the car just in case. You don't want the whole car to fall and land on this. Got the stand set right here. Came with the toolbox. I've got other tools, but I just like this one. Now it's going to be, the ones you're going to need are a 17mm and a 12mm. First ones I take off are the calipers, which are, well, this main caliper part right here. And they're going to be here. Try to give you from the back. You're going to need this bolt here. It's a 12mm. There's another one on the bottom right here. So, get those off. See if I can set you guys somewhere where y'all can get a good view. Yeah, there you go. Yep, that's right. Just loosen them both a little bit first. You don't want to take one all the way off. That puts too much pressure. Another thing, make sure when you, let me get down lower. Another thing is make sure that when you are braking the torque, you don't want to have yourself in a position to where if it slips or breaks that you're going to throw yourself into something. I've done that before and cut my wrist and cut my hands on dust shields and other parts. So do it at the lowest point down here and pull away, where if I do miss or something strips, I'm going to hit the bumper. Now I am wearing gloves today, not because I'm worried about getting my hands dirty, but because it is like 36, 37 degrees outside today, and here in Texas we are not used to this. And I haven't been around this colder weather since I worked in the oil field in Minnesota, so throw those in the top of your toolbox. Then grab a flathead between your brakes and this caliper right here. Just kind of pry. You don't have to do it hard. I'm going to set you guys down so I can grab it, not drop it. There you go. Bucket for the win. Make sure there's the top. See, I just did it. I just hit this dust shield with my index finger. Alright, it should just kind of slide up and out. Now this is what I was telling you guys. I'm going to set y'all back on the toolbox. You don't want to leave this hanging because that puts a lot of pressure on your brake line. I'll do it for just a second while I go grab a box. See, I need the bucket to set the caliper on so there's no stress on this cable right here. That's a good way to do it. There you go. Alright. These go to the brake pads. I didn't know these actually came off, honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't take them off earlier. So you can grab your brake pad, slide it towards you. It comes right off. I'm just gonna set it on the box. Same thing the other way. You can just grab the brake pad and pull it away from the rotor. They slide off sideways. Now, this is one thing I had trouble with. These clips. The bottom has a clip that fits down into the rotor, and then it has these grooves, as you can see from the sideways. It makes a little container, and the bottom of these, I've got it backwards right now, but it will slide in these grooves, so it'll be like this. I'm just showing you the bottom. You can see where it slides in there. But really, you don't even have to worry about the clips. Now you can go ahead and grab your wrench again. Grab your 17mm. And this time, you're going to be taking off this bracket. There is one here, 17mm, and another one corresponding on the bottom section. The caliper is in the way, but you can always back it up a little bit right there. Doing everything I can not to hurt myself, like I was saying. Yeah, I'm gonna have to move you guys just to make sure. Try to pull. Towards me. Yeah, I torque them on there. Knock the brake caliper off, that's fine. Catch it again. Right, I don't know how much. So I just looked over at the GoPro and it was not recording at all. It was on photos. So I don't know how much of it was missing, but I've got 4 other tires. I'll just record a little bit more and cut in what got cut out. So, oh well. New tire installed, chrome, no more white paint. And you can see the caliper's really good in here. And the rotor's really good. I'll probably end up painting, I guess, these. Try to get a different Honda emblem. Either I'll keep the Honda and I'll change the emblems on the front and the back to Honda, or I'll just change this to ACURA. I haven't yet decided. These are original Honda wheels, so I was told. I don't really know. Anyway, let's do the other side.